What is going on, guys? It is your boy Eric of EMFC,
Matt.
It's Derek of the EMFC.
and this is Wrestle Chat Wednesday. Once again on a Wednesday, we finally did it. We all got together.
Yeah.
A lot of things to talk about. Spoiler alert: Cody's back, wrestling's back, so we're back. Fantastic. The viewers are back because apparently the Raw the week before was the second lowest viewed since like the Netflix era began. So lots to discuss because the WWE had a mini pay-per-view. It was Saturday night's main event. I almost forgot the name. Let's go straight into the quick recap. My bad. I had the SmackDown results, I guess, but now we're gonna pull away from that. I guess SmackDown was first, wasn't it? Okay, we'll go back. My bad. I guess yes. I was trying to skip ahead. SmackDown was first. So this week on SmackDown, they continued what we were kind of discussing from last week, where WWE was trying to promote like two events at the same time. They're trying to start up Money in the Bank and their qualifying matches, and at the same time trying to promote Saturday night's main event. So, just a quick little recap for it. They had some number one contendership matches or whatever they may be, qualifying matches for Money in the Bank. Charlotte Flair faced Julia, and I believe it was Zelina Vega. Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I won't lie, I did miss that match, but I do know that Julia did end up winning that match. She is now a part of the SmackDown roster, so that was a pretty quick way to kind of push her and promote her from NXT. It's not gonna be the only woman though. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Later on, we'll discuss that. On the men's side, I also missed that. I think I just missed SmackDown in general, guys. But I know LA Knight competed with Aleister Black and somebody else. I don't know who the other person was. But at the end of the day, LA Knight did win. And it's maybe because of the picture that says LA Knight qualifies for Money in the Bank. But yeah, he qualified. I don't know if anyone saw SmackDown.
No.
Okay. So we'll keep it going here. They promoted Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre by having another brawl for the 20th week in a row. Good God, end the feud, so they could promote their steel cage match at Saturday night's main event. R-Truth cooked a little bit in his promo, where he once again mentions that John Cena is his hero. He's gonna try to like beat, the old John Cena back out of him.
Beat him.
So he might not win the match, but he'll do his best. Which, honestly, I kind of like this little mini rivalry. It's not that bad.
I thought it was good.
The promo at the beginning with Tiffany Stratton, it was Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair.
Woo.
My my clock is gonna turn on because I mentioned the name, the beginning of Bliss, so it's gonna be like, oh, you need assistance, Eric. Anyway,
her Lex was it? Lexi
it's not
Kaufman?
Siri, but it's yeah, of course, Lexi Kaufman.
course.
They
name
had a
basis.
pretty good conversation because again, Bliss is more trying to come back to the roster in a way. At the same time, trying to belittle Charlotte because Charlotte kind of belittled her because they wanted to be friends. Charlotte still being a little pissy about everything. And then Tiffany Stratton straight up said, "You guys are yesteryear. You guys are old school, a little too old school for me." Pretty much called them old. And it's Tiffy time. So she said a couple other things, but she did speak facts. It was really crazy. And at the end of the night, what was it? The tag team championship. It was Fraxium versus the Street Profits. And at the end, they got attacked by the White Six, and people were very excited for that because we've been waiting for them to come back, and they are completely different compared to the rest of the roster in terms of like character and gimmick. So that should be a little bit at least more entertaining with storylines moving forward. That was SmackDown. Again, wasn't so important because Saturday's main event was like a mini pay-per-view. Very important stuff happened. They added actually a last-minute match, which was Chelsea Green versus Zelina Vega for the United States title. It was a 3-minute match. Apparently, people walked out of the room, came back, match was over. Zelina Vega can't hit a 619, so she decided to kick Chelsea Green in the face and break her nose where it was just
Oh, did she?
bleeding, which was just
Oh.
bleeding. Yeah, and she pinned her with her weird little finisher 1-2-3. Anyway, that match wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened.
I think
So
it's time. It's time for us to switch to AEW, bro. At this point, we seem demoralized.
oh my
I
god,
think the internet's right. WWE's in the shitter, guys. It's over.
no. It did
Oh,
get
we didn't do the
it got pretty good.
part.
Tag team match scheduled for one fall. Of course, we had Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker versus CM Punk and Sami Zayn. Honestly, pretty entertaining match back and forth. It was typical of what we were going to expect. They got a little interference by Mr. Soul Nami himself, another returning wrestler,
Yeah.
Bronson Reed. That's also very exciting because he, again, brings his own character, brings his own gimmick. This huge dude who likes to destroy things, kind of like how Braun
His old ankles.
Strowman used to be. So like, it's good that they brought him in. He is also like an up and coming star. So like, it's good to
Exciting.
add to this group. So that was the
The
entertaining
future
part.
of wrestling, Seth says.
Next match was again Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. I didn't really watch it. I kind of like skimmed by a lot of it. Jesse Ventura was very upset and very vocal about it because pretty much Damian Priest did a lot of like strong moves. Then he hits his finish. Then he hits a concerto, and instead of pinning him or anything,
The concerto was dirty, bro.
he
Shit was loud as fuck.
He walked outside of the door, which Derek was cheesed because he hated Ventura, and so did everybody on the internet community because he wouldn't shut up about it. But I guess in a way, like it is kind of annoying when you escape the door. Sometimes like it's a heelish move. Going over the cage makes sense. Ventura's old, so you know he probably didn't know that was a rule. But like if they're trying to squash the rivalry,
cage match back then.
They should have pinned him. I know maybe they're trying to protect Drew, but Drew's on vacation now apparently. So like, who are you protecting?
Again, from before we said, or I think I said in the chat, they should have just had this dead, bro. This shouldn't have been a match. Literally after the John Cena match, I was like, oh, I thought this pay-per-view was over. I realized there's 2 more matches, bro. Or 1 more. I can't even remember. What was the main event?
I'll let you know in a sec.
Oh yeah, it was Jey Uso. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the steel cage because it's something different. We don't see that every week anymore. So
That's
like
fair.
it was pretty cool to at least put him in there.
I don't even think that match was good though.
I skipped over it. So
I watched it. It was okay. Like it was. I don't know. I'm not really into steel cage matches. I kind of feel like they're like what they were back. Back in like the early 2000s to what they are now. Like it kind of just feels like it's more just like a overdone gimmick more than anything else. Like and like the escape the door rule is like such a stupid rule. Like it's like you guys are locked in a steel cage. Like why do you have the option to like leave? Like
the ref has it locked. What do you mean? When
JBL
got powerbombed through the fucking ring and then crawled out.
That was
that match? That was amazing.
That was early 2000s. Like that was great.
Again, it's more for like
they're not using the cage, bro. It's like nobody. Did they even try to climb out of the cage in this match?
No, I don't think there was a point. Or there might have been a couple of times where they kind of did that spot, but it's like again, it's like why even bother to try to climb over the cage if you could just like walk out the door? You know what I mean? Like how do you build it in a way where like you can't just be like, hey referee, on the count of 3, just open the door for me so I can run out of here real quick. You know what I mean? Like but like at the same time, like I also get why that was the finish because like their whole thing was like, oh like. One of us is gonna be like, I'm gonna walk out of here. One of us is gonna be able to walk out at all, kind of thing. So it was like he literally walked out because he could walk out on his own power, but it still it still takes away from like the overall brutality of what steel cage is supposed to be about. So
you know what else takes away from it? Jesse Ventura on commentary, bro.
Well, yeah, I mean Jesse Ventura would have shut up, bro. So
get him off the comment, bro. Keep him on the stage. Unless you're gonna put Joe Testosterone on commentary, I don't want fucking Jesse Ventura. Like he's fine, but like then he tries to do like wrestling bits, and it's just like, bro, it's not 1962 anymore, right? The Leafs still haven't won a championship, but like. Still, like you got to change with the times, my guy.
Yeah, they should not bring him back. people were complaining about that. People were complaining about commercials, and there was a lot of commercials that I got to fast
There
forward
were a
through a
lot of
lot of it.
commercials.
Not
So I
on
watched it
YouTube, of
after.
course.
It was on
skip
YouTube.
those.
Well, you skip it, of course, but like,
Yeah.
like when people were watching it live, people were very upset about it. There was more commercial than wrestling, which that's usually why I don't watch Saturday Night's Main Event. But
That's national TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
you
just
know,
because
every
we've
scene
been
needed
on
to get your licks
Netflix.
in.
Facts.
now moving forward to the more important matches. I know it's probably a little bit out of order, but they make sense when the way I'm going to describe it. John Cena versus R-Truth. John Cena's music hits, all dark, only with the Arial 13 font. John Cena walks out, does a heel. He's like, cut it. And then John Cena's music plays again, and it's Ron Cena who comes out, bro. And he pulls off the colorful John Cena intro. He does the actual entrance. People were hyped. It was a lot of fun. Match was like 3 minutes long. Unfortunately, they kind of hit their finishes. R-Truth was copying with his finishes, which was cool. But storytelling wise, at the end was really cool. It looked like John Cena was gonna hit him with the belt. He kind of regretted it, put it away. People were hyped. He's like, "Oh my god, face John Cena's here." Gives him a low blow, attitude adjustment. It was the first time I think they said since 20 something, I don't know, it was years that John Cena has won a singles match with the attitude adjustment. He hasn't done it in years because all the single match finishes that he's been doing right now has been the low blow and the belt hit.
The belt, yeah.
Which again, it's cool to see again. John Cena wins, goes backstage, looks at Jey Uso. He's like, "Wow, it'd be a shame that you lose to a YouTuber. That would really ruin wrestling."
John Cena's amazing, bro. Just give him more screen time. He's literally the only thing that's good right now. That's all I'm saying.
So
I mean, now that we get into, but you know, go on.
Jey Uso versus Logan Paul, the championship match that nobody wanted. Sponsored by Prime, of course. They go out, they fight. I skipped it. Don't worry, we don't care about that because at the end of the day, John Cena comes out because he wants to ruin wrestling. He just beats the hell out of the ref, beats the hell out of Jey Uso, and here comes to everyone's shock. Finally, wrestling's back because there's only one royal family, goddammit, and it's Cody Rhodes, the needle mover, bro. In there, bro. He runs in there. It's only two people, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, and that's this generation. Without them, boring, bro. They come in, saves the day. Jey Uso pins Logan Paul. It's probably going to set up a tag team match later. But Cody Rhodes does have a promo at the end. And he says that the quarterback is back. Or that was Michael Cole who said, no. He said something else, but I forgot what it was. I think Derek probably remembers.
Yeah, he said we're going to have a tag team match.
Thank you. I was saying.
No. He said something else. Oh, he's like, yeah, this title reign's going through Rhodes country, and I'm back. And then he says, right, there you go.
And now we're going to have a tag team match of Money in the Bank. See you there.
Yeah.
Buy your tickets.
I have a friend. You have a friend. And then Cena and Thing were like, you guys booked us for another event? Nobody told us that.
And they come in with Travis Scott. Travis Scott beats him up on SmackDown. They're like, haha, we have an extra friend.
The Rock shows up, says that he's aligning with Seth Rollins, and then never comes back.
Oh, man.
What? Yeah. Shout out. Cody's back. Another part-timer. Lovely. We'll fill that schedule up real nice, you know?
So that is Saturday Night's Main Event. On to Le Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw hailing from Tampa Bay again, I believe. Similar, but also pretty good because a lot of these little introductions of new wrestlers coming into the fold makes it a little bit more entertaining. So this time I actually wanted to watch Raw, and I did watch Raw finally. I started off with Seth Rollins and his Vision, so maybe that's what the team's going to be called. He's pretty much all in this like flamboyant, fancy little flower jacket, and the boys in the back look like the Men in Black with sunglasses and like all black tuxedos or whatever. And pretty much he's just outlining his vision for the future, how these people are going to be the future of the company, how Braun Breaker is going to main event a lot of WrestleManias in the future, how they brought Bronson Reed, big boy, into the fold.
Because he beat Seth Rollins' ass, and he's like, I need that. I need my ass beaten more.
Oh,
more,
my God.
And more.
Personally.
And then he comes in, he's like,
the only way to also
that's the tsunami,
own the company was to win championships. So he said he's going to win Money in the Bank. and then he's gonna steal a championship from someone. So that was his little segment to promote that. Fast forward a little bit, New Day fought the War Raiders and then the Creed brothers.
Skip, bro. Firm skip. I don't know what happened, but it was a firm skip.
The only thing I was gonna mention, really, was that one, the War Raiders met with some Netflix hillbillies in the back, and then they
the comedians.
We're the same, you and I, and then they did their weird little war or raid thing they did. New Day comes to the Titans skins. They're all naked.
Yeah. They're out here in the fucking
Rhina
and Berthol skins, bro. But apparently it was a Gonzalez fucking skin.
It was a matchup between like John Gonzalez and Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Anyways,
it was good.
You'll get it if you watch the show.
Anyways, New Day came and New Day conquered, and then New Day
saw and New Day honored, and New Day. Their new theme song is hard, by the way.
It is so hard. Thank you very much.
It's not, but anyways, yeah, they ended up winning the match because they teamed up with the Creed brothers, and they betrayed the Creed brothers, and they ran away with the titles. So that was that finish. Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria is still having conversations. They're still arguing. Like, I understand, like, she's trying to promote her a little bit, but like at this point, it's just getting too repetitive. And they said they're gonna have one more match because they said every time Lyra has beaten Becky, it's been off a roll up and not an actual finish. So they said that this time it has to be a proper finish in order to win the match. No roll-ups. It's going to be the last time they fight if Becky Lynch doesn't beat Lyra Valkyria this time. And
you should have made it a submission match if that's what they were going for. But anyways.
And they said that Lyra, when she put her over in NXT, she lifted her hand. So she expects Lyra to do the same thing. And Lyra says, "You're no longer the man anymore. If you were the better wrestler, I would. And you're going to have to earn it." That was their segment. Oh, also Becky was like, hard line. She was like, "Well, I may have lost, but I came home to a hot husband, aka Seth Rollins, and you came home to that little weird fiance you have." I was like, Jesus Christ, bro. She didn't even defend her poor fiance, but you know, it is what it is.
Apparently a really good indie wrestler, so he's fine. I think.
Backstage with the Judgment Day, we had Dominic Mysterio playing video games Carlito. We had Matt's little cherry blossom come out. And then she's like, "Hey, you want some nuggets? You want some chicken nuggets?" He's like, "Of course." She's like, "Oh, you want me to shoulder rub you?" And she's like, I can't reach.
Carlito, can you give me a box to stand on?
I can't reach.
So tall.
And then Liv Morgan comes in. She's like, "Oh, I see. You're trying to cheat like when you cheated on Rhea Ripley. Okay, I see how it is. Don't worry. Raquel told me everything. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'm gonna go wrestle."
Fucking snitch, bro.
Bye. And then Raquel comes out and she's like, "See, te lo dije." I was like, "Yeah, see, I told you." And then after she's like, "Chismosa," which means snitch. It's just funny.
Snitch,
yeah,
bro.
he called her a snitch in Spanish. It's funny.
Good.
That's hilarious.
He's like, "Goddamn
and then
snitch."
in the background, he's like,
he's so happy. He's so happy. Which leads to their match. Roxanne Perez tried to assist, but apparently Raquel did not like that. And because they were arguing, Liv was distracted. And then who is she fighting?
Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane. Yeah, there it is. She won. She won her match. And instead of Liv blaming the new Judgment Day member, she blames on the veteran, which is Raquel Rodriguez and her best friend and tag team partner. And that was pretty much kind of the end of the night for them. Penta El Cero Miedo had a qualifier match as well with Dragon Lee and Chad Gable, which was pretty sick, actually.
Banger match.
The match was really, really good. Again, all three of them.
Man, like Dragon Lee's trying to get on TV by any means.
By any means. I told us seven.
I was on my phone and I looked up and this guy was flying, bro.
This guy was torpedoing him. Like, this guy was throwing his whole body around, bro.
This guy torpedoed himself across to the tables, knocking them over.
I literally seen the last part and I was like, damn, I need to see the replay. I don't know what happened, bro, and I'm not rewinding it.
I literally told Seb, I'm like, he wants screen time by any means, and he got it right there. He's trying to showcase himself. It was funny, but again, all three of them very athletic, very talented wrestlers. Very mainstay on the screen. They all have like their stories as well. So
yeah,
I think finally Raw is going on the right direction. They also got involved with Kingo because he is heavily involved with AAA, and they're supposed to have their event with WWE. They spoiled it. They spoiled it pretty much. He was supposed to fight Alberto Rio this weekend for the AAA championship. He's gonna beat him for the championship because one, they don't want Alberto Rio for a lot of good reasons, and two, they've been hyping this guy up so much. So he
apparently him versus Kenny Omega is really good. I think that was the match.
Was that when he did like the quadruple flip on his back?
So,
yeah. He had a few matches on AEW, so and on TNA. So yeah, he's messed. I don't know if you haven't seen his stuff. Yeah, this guy flips a lot.
A lot.
Like a lot. Like a lot.
Good old replacement for that Ricochet guy that's getting his head
perfect
polished on fucking AEW. But anyways.
So he does come into the match. He attacks Chad Gable. He kicks him in the head, but he literally kicks him in the head. So Chad Gable busted open, and then of course
I feel like that was fake, but I don't know.
Oh, it could have been. You never know. You're right.
I don't think it was.
Penta
there was a spot earlier on in the match where Penta did like he did like a pile driver and a gory special at the same time.
Bro.
And if you actually look at it, like Chad Gable's face like hit the mat hard on that same spot. So I think he got nicked from there.
Spot.
And then I think just opened up. I think he just opened it up afterwards.
Because I was like, it kind of looks like a blood packet. It wasn't like dripping or anything. And I was also like, how, unless he had like fucking metal like shoelace tips or something.
Yeah.
Like, how does that cut your forehead? But whatever. Hey, I'm not a wrestler, so I don't know. Yeah, that was disgusting. I don't know what's. Chad Gable's a sick fuck, all right? To take that spot. Sick, bro. He like turned his neck or whatever, and I was like,
oh, dude, it was insane. I forgot that even happened, bro. But yeah,
crazy.
At the end of the day,
top tier.
At the end of the day, Penta wins, so he qualifies to Money in the Bank. Chad Gable is now going to fight Vikingo for the AAA championship on the pay-per-view.
I hope that El Grande Americano has a chance to get into the Money in the Bank.
That'd be hilarious. Swear to God. That'd be hilarious.
I hope they do that. I hope they do it. What else? Well, what else happened? I remember the one moment Sami Zayn got yelled at by Karrion Kross. That was hilarious.
He did, yeah.
He did that backstage.
Are you happy?
I think it was something. I think it was a holiday in the United States because they were promoting the military.
Memorial Day, yeah.
They were promoting the military. Rusev was supposed to take on Akira Tozawa. Kills him. Did. And then Sheamus comes out like it's a shameful thing. Lobster head. And then he's like, "Oi, you can't do that to him." And he's like, "Okay." So they're gonna have their rivalry now.
Broke.
And at the end of the night, Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn, as Matt mentioned earlier. They didn't know if he can do it. He also discussed with Jey Uso because he said that he would never become world champion. Then he had a conversation with Jey Uso. I was like, I always have your back. Jey Uso had a conversation with Gunther. And by conversation, Gunther was cutting a promo, and Jey Uso doesn't know how to cut a promo. And he kept being like, Oos.
I was like, maybe he's just anxious or something, and I'm like, that's fine. Hey, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And then I see the clip on Instagram that Gunther was fucking telling him his lines, bro. He looked like he was drunk, bro.
And Gunther was like, bro, say your lines. This is it. And it was like, oh my God, bro. And then afterwards, he was like, you know what? One word, yay. And he did all that stuff.
Got me with that. I've been saying it all week. That's great. But if you don't know how to cut a promo, I don't know. Where's Big Jim, bro?
Buddy, really bad. He's fine. Really bad. He needs to go into promo classes like yesterday, and
you can't be the champion doing that, bro. Even Damian Priest, he was kind of shaky at the start, but he picked it up, right? You can't be doing this. Not now. Not now.
And now, get the place real quick. Now it leads to the main event, which is Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and some other man. Oh, and Finn, because Finn is like, I can finally do it. I can finally qualify. No,
Finn comes out. He has the fucking cheese slice from Smash Bros. Melee when Mario fucking smacks you with the cheese slice.
Oh man,
pocket, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's a towel. I don't know. Anyways, yeah,
but yeah, it was a pretty good match.
I didn't watch the match.
It was pretty back and forth. At the end, Dominic Mysterio throws a steel chair to assist Finn. Instead, Seth kicks him, stomps him with that same steel chair. 1, 2, 3. The Finn rivalry is going to continue. Seth Rollins wins. Then his boys come out and attack everybody. And that's when Jey Uso tries to help him. And then CM Punk comes back and he's like, oh! And then he assists them with whatever. And that was it. Is Seth Rollins with the GTS. And that's when it Raw.
Yeah.
Now,
lovely.
Moving forward to the next couple of weeks, they'll probably do the last couple qualifying matches. And right now, the Money in the Bank matches seem to be lining up with really talented wrestlers. On SmackDown, Cody Rhodes will be returning, and apparently he's confronting John Cena. So there's only 24 more events with him left. And that was wrestling. Now we get into either our opinions and Derek's grain of salt, or we get into the sheets because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of supposed wrestlers being picked up, moved to the main roster. I know AEW also had an event, and NXT also had an event. If you guys want to know, because everyone knows, of course, Stephanie Vaquer.
Because I want to know.
Beat Jordan Grace, and then lost the title on NXT. So big things happening, you know? Big things happening. Big things are coming.
Yeah, I watched both events simultaneously. It was a lot of wrestling. I felt like a nerd. Like I had NXT on my tablet and Double or Nothing on my TV. Double or Nothing was a good pay-per-view. They did a really good job. I fell asleep at the main event though, but apparently the main event was very, very good between Will Ospreay and Adam Page. Apparently it was a very, very good match, but I was tired because that pay-per-view was like 4 hours long. But overall, the pay-per-view was very good. NXT also did a decent job, and also, Kalani Jordan and Sol Ruka's match was phenomenal. Was so good. Was crazy. I sent you that clip of like the finish where like she did like the Soul Snatcher from the top rope, like absolutely crazy. It ended off with a shocker with Trick Williams beating Joe Hendry and becoming the TNA World Champion. Much to the surprise of many people.
I like that.
AEW's pay-per-view was really good. I don't really feel like you guys really want to hear much about it, but it was a very good pay-per-view if anybody decides to watch it. Anarchy in Arena, their little 6-on-6 match was like completely insane and just like very fun to watch. Had Bodies by John and Poole playing for like 10 minutes during the match. It was
Which
crazy.
Is a little weird, but because like they had the Owen Hart tournament a little bit earlier in the day, so people were like, read the room. Good God.
Oh, yikes. I mean, whatever. It's fine. It's a great song. It was fun. Oh my goodness. Yikes. But I guess the biggest shocker came from NXT this past Tuesday or yesterday, where Stephanie Vaquer dropped the NXT Women's Championship to JC Jane, much to the shock and awe of everybody in attendance and everybody watching. There was a point where Mike Rome legitimately had this look on his face like, huh? So very much obviously the angle was that it was obviously a huge upset because like nobody expected her to win. And so they'll continue that thing going there. And, to everybody wondering why the decision was made, it seems like a number of call-ups are going to be happening over the next couple of weeks.
The draft? Hint, hint?
Possibly. Ricky Saints also dropped the North American Championship to Ethan Page.
That's weird though.
He's supposed to be called up apparently too.
I'm surprised both of them aren't getting called up, but
I'm surprised too. I kind of thought Ethan Page was gonna get called up too, but like also like NXT's getting
Hamilton's finest, bro.
And like NXT's getting rid, so they need to leave somebody down there. Like,
I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess because Ricky's more popular when he was on AEW, technically, maybe.
Yeah, it'll
be more mainstream, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how he is like on the main roster. Like people are speculating it's because like he made comments saying that he wanted to defend the title on the main roster against like main roster superstars, and then like after he said that he dropped it. So maybe they just figure, all right, cool, like it's time. Like let's just get you onto the main roster and see where you fit in. because you got to get in where you fit in.
You know what I mean?
So that'll be interesting. Jordan Grace apparently is getting called up as well. So a lot of really, really huge women's talent are going to be called up, which is going to, one, spruce up the women's division quite a bit on the main roster, and two, is going to shuffle a whole bunch of women who were trying to get looked at straight to the back.
Straight to the mid card with you, buddy.
But it's also
Natalia,
a good thing,
you're
though.
back. Straight to the mid card.
It's also a good thing because we've been clamoring for more rivalries within the women's mid cards, the United States Women's Title, the Intercontinental Women's Title. Now that they have bigger names from NXT, they'd be like, I want to be known on the main roster. How about instead of facing someone for the main championship, which is Io Sky and Rhea Ripley are pretty much rivaling right now, or Tiffany Stratton, which are very popular superstars. They can go for the mid card titles with mid wrestlers, so they could be promoting that title, promoting themselves, promoting the women around them who are pretty mid, and then eventually jump to the main roster, to the main event, which is pretty much what the Intercontinental title and United States titles were kind of designed for. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's gonna elevate these stories with Zelina Vega or Chelsea Green or Lyra Valkyria, which were they were to now people will actually want to watch it. Imagine,
yeah, here's hoping.
Lyra versus Stephanie Vakir. I'm watching
Yeah,
it, bro.
that'd be sick. I gotta watch it. It's just a matter of again, my biggest things are, one, will they book in that direction, and two,
Continue.
What happens after? I'm always okay, here you are, you put these women in these situations. Let's say we do the Lyra versus Stephanie Vancouver match. Stephanie wins. Who do you put her up against? And the possibilities are endless for sure.
It could be anybody.
But also
Anybody.
again, will they manage to put these women in that spotlight, or will they put it on other people? At the same time, too, there are also people on the roster who were still clamoring for TV time that aren't getting that TV time. So will that impact that as well? So, it's a matter of kind of seeing okay, we have the pieces here. Are they going to utilize the pieces properly? Right. So we'll see.
Well said. Just give Naomi the fucking US title already, bro.
Because supposedly Stephanie Vakir is going on Raw and Jordan Grace is going on SmackDown. So yes, I mean, again, both of them very talented. People have known them from other companies. They came into NXT because they said they want to fight the woman there, and they are pretty much main roster bound since the beginning, right? They're superstars already. Not even in the making.
Don't forget about Gulia, bro, and little Cherry Blossom.
Yeah,
right.
They're right. Okay.
They're already getting pushed back down the thing, bro. They just got.
See, and that's what I'm saying, right? I wasn't expecting Roxanne Perez to be involved in Dominic's Ting storyline, but here we are, right? So
I still think it's good though. I think it's a good start for her, and maybe she'll start pushing for that little the mid card title as well. She can do those rivalries in the middle.
Yeah, give me her versus Lyra, bro, and let Lyra lose.
It's pretty much what it's kind of what. Trying to think here. When they called up, why is his name escaping me right now?
What does he look like?
Almost there. I want to say Trick Williams for some reason. Good God.
Oh, Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes. When they called him up, they should have pushed him more to the mid card title scene, but instead they kind of got lost in the mix. I feel like this would be a good opportunity to get these NXT superstars thrown in there so they're well known quick. Kind of like Penta. Penta was called in immediately, and he was straight into it was mid card, but he got straight into the stories that were important and made him a mainstay, right? So
you tell he has the sauce too, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure Carmelo does as well, but the booking hasn't been good for him. Penta, he kind of just he overshadows the booking almost with his character, even though he wears a mask. You know, he's like the best luchador ever. That's all I gotta say. That's what I keep realizing when I see him come out, bro. Ray didn't have this juice, bro.
Ray's always
didn't have the juice. He never had the juice, bro.
Anyways, Derek, continue.
I don't remember what I was talking about.
We were talking about the
other guys.
Oh. Yes, call-ups. Yes.
Excuse me.
So as far as we know, it looks like Stephanie Vacour, Jordan Grace, Ricky Saints are probably going to be making the call ups. Which again, that kind of rinses NXT a little bit. We'll see the direction of where they take the NXT Women's Championship now that JC Jane has it.
Oh, I can tell you where it goes.
I don't think it's gonna go very far, but she has that faction with her, so they'll probably kind of have that going with a little bit, kind of like the Ginger Mahal title run.
What?
Faces fight.
I like
even
though
on
like
this
the
channel,
whole
bro.
even though like the whole thing was very shocking, the way that it was set up was pretty cool because like they've been teasing the dissension between Fallon and JC Jane for weeks now, where they couldn't really get things together and like they were kind of getting at each other, and then it kind of came about that like they actually had planned that so that they can kind of get the one up on Stephanie Vacour. So it was cool how it was set up, but again like like the title win was very much felt like when Jinder Mahal won the title because it was one of those things where like nobody saw it coming and they were like, oh,
Yeah, it happened.
oh,
Everyone was shocked.
oh, and even still, like even though it was like this is weird, it was like I liked his title run, right? Like I thought that he was play in a like he was definitely looked at as a different person with the championship. And when he finally dropped to get to AJ Styles, it created like a huge moment, right? Like, so I think that like they could do the same thing with JC Jade as well too, where it could elevate somebody who you didn't really see in the NXT picture, who like okay, like how do you get them in the next step? Like JC Jane putting them over is like something that's more manageable. Because again, it was like, who did you see Stephanie dropping the belt to, where it was like, oh, like okay, like this works kind of thing. And you could build it in a way where it does, but like I don't want to like bury JCJ, but it feels like anybody could beat her on like in a regular moment, right? So it's just a matter of who's going to be that woman on the roster who you didn't really see in that light to be elevated to be on that same light, and what does that do for JC Jane moving forward? Because now she's NXT champion, so now she's automatically at that level where you didn't see her at before, kind of like when Mandy Rose won the title, right? No one saw Mandy Rose as being a champion, but then when she was at that as a champion, like people were talking about her, right? So
it's a good way to give everyone a boost.
yeah,
Especially when you have the other people in NXT already being yelled at by Booker every 5 minutes. So we see them on social media every day and all that. Give it to somebody else, and she's a heel, so you can have a bunch of faces chase after her.
Absolutely.
Makes it better for everyone.
I saw like mixed reaction online, but it's kind of like a good one, whereas like it's a shocking one because people were like, "You guys are complaining that she won because she shouldn't be," as Derek was saying, shouldn't be the person technically to beat her. No one expected it in a way. Yeah. But I said if they released her yesterday, you guys would have been clamoring like, "Oh, you should give her more opportunities or whatever." Blah blah blah.
Absolutely.
And now she's the champion. People are like, "Wow, I don't see her as a champion." I'm like, "You guys are snakes."
Well, that's the whole thing, and everyone's complaining that everyone's title reign is too scripted and too easy to follow because they already have built up one superstar to beat them, and you're like, yeah, that's who's gonna beat them, and it's gonna happen at this pay per view. It's like, but no, you also complain that nothing is ever sporadic anymore, which is what I was saying. Like, get a couple of those in there. Let Logan Paul beat fucking Jey Uso. Let's go, bro. Not really, but you see what happened to Jey Uso after he successfully retained, but 4 letters, 1 word, dick.
Wow.
And canceled. No, anyways, should we go into grain of salt? Do you have salt, Derek? Or is this your salt?
You don't have salt about Trick Williams being a TNA star instead of getting called up to the main roster?
We could talk about it.
Hey, let's go.
Whatever Derek says is not his fault.
I saw Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler, address Trick Williams winning the championship, and I don't know if it was a shoot or if it was a work. Probably a little bit of both. But as cool of a moment as it was to kind of see somebody over from like I guess the WWE side winning one of TNA's championships, I don't know if it does TNA any favors. because I've seen this partnership thing happen with AEW and now it's happening with NXT. And it's like, I feel like every time they do it, like another superstar from a different promotion wins their belts and it's never the other way around. And I think that's kind of disrespectful on TNA, for the TNA front, because it's like you guys are trying, like, people watch NXT, even though NXT got canceled in Tampa Bay, they had to go back to the Performance Center, but people watch NXT. And TNA is running out of Brampton, so like, I feel like, where does TNA benefit by having, like, yeah, you're putting more eyes on your product by having Tripp Williams there, but it also makes you look bad when it's like your branded title is being won by WWE. It kind of just feels like they're kind of like rubbing salt in the wound a little bit. So I think that it'd be really cool to see TNA star winning a WWE title, just to kind of, so just as it doesn't feel like it's like a one-sided partnership.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a number of WWE stars have gone over to TNA, that's helped them, for sure, and a bunch of TNA stars have gone over to NXT and they've gotten like major reactions from the crowd. So obviously people know who these guys are. But again, like, why not have a situation where like somebody from the TNA side wins like the North American Championship or the NXT title or something like that,
Dolph
just to
Ziggler?
kind of.
I'm here to show the world. I'm here. What God, let it go.
But it is a good point from
Anybody.
Derek. A really good point. I mean, I thought about it a little bit because like they showed like the owner of TNA or whatever, and they kind of like zoomed in his face. He didn't look impressed.
He's
Like
got a cheese.
I know it's part of the storyline, but like you have to like give and take. I feel like the same thing's gonna happen with the AAA title, where I think Chad Gable or El Americano. Chad Gable loses to Vikingo, then he's gonna come as El Americano, and then he's gonna beat him for the AAA title. And it's gonna be very crazy when that happens. When they say the Gulf of America and when they're in Mexico, it's gonna be crazy. The same with as he was saying, if they don't have a TNA wrestler win an NXT title, like it's just gonna be very weird.
Yeah, it just feels kind of one-sided. And then, like, that's the thing too. Like, cause like when AEW and TNA did their partnership, like Kenny Omega won the TNA World Title as well, right? And like brought it over to the AEW side and was doing the whole thing, right? So it's like, there, I feel like there kind of needs to be a give and take there. But we will see in the future where that goes. Either way, it's still pretty cool. Mike Santana is challenging Trick Williams next week for the title. And I could see Santana winning the title at some point. Like, they've been building him up like well over the last year, so I could definitely see that being a thing. I don't know if it's gonna happen next week, but I could see him being the guy who dethrones Trick. Um, and kind of like elevated the title on his side, or however which way they want to do it. But just a little give and take would it hurt? Like, I don't think anybody would be upset if somebody from the TNA side won an NXT title and like defended it on both shows. But again, it all comes down to the politics and the backstage stuff with WWE and TNA, and does this work, and how do you do this, or whatever kind of thing. And I feel like WWE doesn't do enough to really give to their to the side that they're doing partnerships with, because they're the company, right? So yeah, we'll see how things go, but just a little bit of grain of salt on my side. Secondly, I miss Roman. This guy needs to come back.
You won't, but okay. Making a movie.
And
he's becoming a Street Fighter character, bro. What are you talking about?
Not just any Street Fighter character, bro. This is Akuma we're talking about. This is like one of the hardest Street Fighter characters. Like,
no, the hardest one is the stretchy guy that fucking floats.
what, Dawson? Okay, relax.
Also,
the
I
fat
heard a
guy.
rumor, but I
That's
guess
who I
we'll
used
leave
to
it for
play
the
him.
sheets for Roman Reigns.
Rufus, banger.
Another rumor.
Also, Braun Strowman wants to play Zangief.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, he's lobbying right now.
Yeah, I can, cause like I was trying to figure out, cause like me, my boy Winfred, cause like once he found out that Roman Reigns was Kobe, he was like, all right, like I'm a Roman Reigns fan. That's like he actually watched, cause like he was like talking to me about it. It's just like, yo, like this wrestling stuff's actually kind of interesting. Like I watched like the full Bloodline storyline, and like they did well with it, and I was kind of like, bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So like he was already kind of knew about Roman Reigns, and then when he found out about this, he's just like, bro, he's a Kuma, and I was like, yeah, and he's like, yeah, this guy's the guy. And then we were trying to figure out who Jason, because Jason Momoa is going to be in the movie apparently too, and we're trying to figure out like what character he's going to be.
Aquaman.
And he's just kind of like
DLC.
yeah.
himself.
But like he jokingly said like he's got to be Zangief, like he's big, like, and it's just kind of like, yeah, but he's not Russian, like he doesn't even look like Zangief, so that would even work. But Braun Strowman and Zangief would be perfect, like that'd actually be a perfect casting. Like they need to do that.
I think I'll look up on his Instagram. I think he posted a photo of him looking like him or something.
Bro, like
Also,
he'd be perfect.
Braun Strowman's been doing good. He was on a TV show or something recently. I was seeing. So yeah, shout out to him. He's doing things outside of wrestling. Fuck WWE. I mean, fuck. What's his real name?
Braun Strowman.
Adam, sure.
Thank you.
Strowman Braun.
He also has like 18 lit cars. You can hear from me. Yeah, here. Well, I can't send you it, but I'll send it to you guys on Instagram.
Sounds good.
But yeah, I think that's all I got.
To the sheets.
Ooh. Let's get lost in the sheets. Yeah, you know.
We're back. Shut up. It's my segment, and I'm here. All right, let's get into it. What do we have? WWE is asking fans to stop swearing. Good luck with that.
Really?
Soft. SAWFT. Soft. I don't know. Okay, apparently the reason. So I think we talked about it a little bit last week, but WrestleMania got switched from New Orleans to apparently Las Vegas. So apparently Allegiant Stadium, which is the Las Vegas Stadium, is booked off 2 days next year or this year coming up. So people are speculating that it's there, but I don't think it has officially been
announced. No,
announced. But apparently there's a reason why. I just didn't listen to it, so I'm gonna see if I can find the info on that. Unless you guys know.
No.
Why? Why they switched the WrestleMania from New Orleans to
a lot of
apparently
money.
Las Vegas.
Oh, because Vegas has money.
Money? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah,
Vegas
yeah,
has
yeah.
money. And they, from what I read, they feel like they'll be able to kind of match or supersede the turnout that they got from last year's Mania at Vegas as well. So they felt like they wanted to run it back. Whether or not they do, we'll see. Maybe if you do a better match card, you will probably get that. But
or
I
not
don't
have
know.
fucking some shitty comedian running your damn weekend events.
Oh, do it again.
People have been very upset with how expensive WWE is getting. So they said we'll see how the turnout is gonna happen, because ever since TKO came out, they're making it like super expensive.
Yeah.
So we shall see, because they're more focused on like the biggest gate instead of like the amount of people coming in. So see how that goes.
Well, it's getting to that point now where it's more mainstream, so they can charge as much as they want because more people are coming that are richer and whatever.
Yeah, and again, at the end of the day, it all comes down to who's paying for it. Like I know that, I mean, once upon a time, I had a dream that I wanted to go to Vegas to watch Mania. Maybe one day I'll still do it,
again.
but
$10,000.
Watch it in the Rogers Center.
Like WrestleMania always seemed like it was one of those like unaffordable like experiences to have until people started showing the hacks at how they could do it, and now it's like it's just becoming what it's always perceived to be. So I feel like, again, it's one of those things where like this is Mania, right? Like the Super Bowl, like I remember when the All-Star Weekend was in Toronto, that shit was bad expensive and people still paid to go.
Crazy time,
right?
Toronto.
So like this and like this is Mania, like it's like, yeah, like it sucks that it's gotten more expensive, and it's gotten like to the point where it's just like, who's gonna pay that money? But people are going to pay that money. People pay to watch the Leafs every year, and like they're paying a lot top dollar for that shit, right? So as long as there is a consumer that is going to pay for it, and there are a lot of consumers that is going to pay for it, right, there isn't going to be a need for them to switch it up. Very much like the Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, very much like the Switch 2. Right? Like I'm boycotting it. Like I'm not getting it.
Ain't never getting that shit, bro. We
will be live next week on the Nintendo Switch 2 Mario Kart World. See you there.
Jeez. Is that when it comes out?
It's next week, yeah.
Already?
Oh, it is next week. Oh my god.
Yeah. So while you guys are watching the stream, you'll be like, shit, it looks fun. Like it is fun.
It's gonna be fun. Like I hate it.
But I'm on the stream, but I'm at your house playing the game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course, you can come over. We have more than one Switch controller.
I would need a Switch too when I can play it at my friend's house.
Exactly.
It's just like back in the day.
And then we're playing 24 racers online. You'll be like, oh.
Yeah. And I'm Monty Mole just slap my belly. But yeah, to Derek's point, I mean, we've paid for a couple of wrestling shows, a couple dozen, you know, in our time. And if you want to go to the biggest show that wrestling has to offer, the biggest weekend that wrestling has to offer, it's not just that, of course. You're gonna have to pay a little bit of a premium, and if you want to sit in the rafters, I mean, technically it's all right. It was like $300, $400. So, you know, if you're paying 200, you're gonna double it up, and it's 300 a day, whatever, you know, 400 a day. What do you expect, bro? People from all over the world come and buy the tickets. Somebody's buying your ticket. At least it's not $600. You know, it's not a T Swift concert. It's not that fake rapper guy that thinks he's gonna come to Toronto, bro. Just wait till you pull the Rexdale, fam.
Oh, just wait till VOFest returns this year.
Facts, bro. We're filling out the Rogers Stadium or whatever they're calling the new one.
Yeah, never forget. Lawn tickets were $1,500 for the last OVO Fest, bro. I was sick.
It's crazy.
That whole arena sucks, bro. That 50 Cent concert, I'll never get the pain out of my feet, bro.
The Budweiser Stadium?
Yeah,
I wish I remembered more of that concert.
It was so good, bro. It was
so fun, but I was gone. Oh my goodness! I came to like halfway through, and I remember I was cheesed because when we got there, he already played the Hate It or Love It, and I was like, damn it! I really wanted to hear it. But oh my goodness, I was so gone for that concert. It was great.
It was a good concert. I'm not gonna lie, you gotta be there. You know what I'm saying?
You have to be there. You have to be there.
Anyways, back to my.
I was not there, but okay.
Yeah, El Vikingo apparently El Hijo del Vikingo is his name. Is gonna beat El Patron. I don't know why anyone didn't expect that not to happen, but WWE announced that what we've all predicted. Great American Bash is going to go head to head with AEW's WrestleMania pay-per-view. So if anyhow this pay-per-view outdraws it, AEW's in the dump, fam. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'll tell you right now, they're not going to outdraw AEW.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, they won't. But
I meant viewers, I guess.
Yeah. I think honestly, like, AEW's been steadily doing their thing. And the one thing I do appreciate is that, like, because, like, someone asked Tony Khan about the fact that they were, like, you know, WWE was, like, constantly going head-to-head kind of thing. And for once, he actually had an answer that, like, I could respect because he wasn't, like, trying to, like, dig it in, but probably because someone probably told him from PR, like, stop
that shit.
But he just basically said, like, yeah, you know, like, I've noticed that, like, a lot of the times, like, their shows are typically going head-to-head to ours, but, like, it's not going to be the same result in regards to, like, viewership every single time. Like, we might outdraw them at some point kind of thing, or outdraw them, like, here and there kind of thing. I was like, that's fair, you know? Put over your show without trying too hard to bury the other guys, because it's just going to make you look like an idiot kind of thing, right? So AEW has steadily been doing their thing. So again, like, all I want them to do is just do their thing. Stop worrying too much about what the competition's doing. If WWE wants to try to take viewers away from them by doing NXT pay-per-views, like, that's competition. You know what I mean? Like, as a fan, you have the option of choosing if you want to go on that side or go on the other side or watch both, like I did, kind of thing, right? So, yeah, bro, it was a lot. It was so much stimulation. And, like, on top of that, like, it's the Evolution pay-per-view too, so I'm definitely watching that. But
Evolution is a mystery.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, like, just continue to do your thing. Like, they've already announced, like, their 2 main event matches. Mercedes is facing Toni Storm for the AEW Women's Championship, and Hangman is facing John Oxborough.
Sorry, I'm just reading that All In is in Texas, and then the next day they're going to be in Toronto. That's sickening, bro.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, I also kind of find it funny that, like, again, like they had to retcon a few things that they promised before. So you remember when we went to watch Double or Nothing in Vegas, and Tony Khan came out and was like, "We're gonna hold this event here forever," and then they did it.
Yeah.
And then also with All In, they were planning on doing All Out the week after Chicago, like every year, and now they're not.
Oh,
well, I mean, yeah,
part
because
of
they're not drawing anyone because the only guy that draws for them in Chicago is
is gone. And on top of that, like, why would you hold a pay-per-view like a week after your WrestleMania pay-per-view? Like, that makes no sense. But you live and you learn. So they tried a thing and didn't work, and now here we are.
Are they still doing it? They're still gonna do the All In and All Out a week after? That's what they did last year.
I think
it was the day after, bro.
No, it was a week after. It was like the Sunday after. But I think they are spacing it out now. I think, but don't quote me on that.
Tomorrow,
but
All Out. Today, All In. They do the 2-night thing. It'd be funny.
But yeah. So.
Oh, and that's a Saturday night's main event weekend as well.
Yeah, so I think they're doing Saturday night's main event. Battleground. Is it Battleground or
Great American
Bash. And then Evolution on Sunday. So
crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's the whole weekend's gonna be nuts.
Oh, that's what you meant by okay. I wasn't processing the minute you said Evolution. That's why I sang the theme song, and I was like,
yeah,
what are you talking about? It's
the
Great
Women's
American Bash.
The women's pay-per-view is they officially announced it. It is back. And it's perfect time to bring it back too, because they got women coming out the wazoo. That
they do.
Like the first Evolution, they had to lean heavily on like the women of the past to be able to kind of bring that pay-per-view forward, and it was still a really good pay-per-view. But this year, it's like I'm pretty sure all the current talent can build that pay-per-view on its own, and it's gonna be great. So. Which is, I guess, like huge testament to how far the women's division has come, even from then, because it was a big deal back then, as to how far they come. But like the fact that they can take all the current women and be like, yeah, we can do a pay-per-view and it'll probably hit. Like that's a big deal. Hopefully, people will buy tickets for it.
Sorry, I'm just looking. Apparently, WWE has signed an alcohol beverage.
Is it Wheatley?
A sponsorship. No, it's Seagram Spiked.
Oh.
Lovely, bro. They have Rumble Punch, Slam and Blueberry, and Pineapple Powerhouse. All 10%.
Sounds like rumbling ranas.
And the cans look lit, bro. Hopefully it's not carbonated. If it is, fuck them, bro. if it isn't, I will be slanged on one of them.
I've had one of the Seagram's drinks. I think I had their Long Island iced tea. It was alright. Please bring back White Pockets, because the White Pockets are sick and I can't find them anywhere anymore.
Bro, I'm so mad. Somebody drank my Negroni, bro. I didn't have it.
Oh, it's so good. Also, I'm cheesed because we were looking on the LCBO website. They brought out another Buzzball flavor to Canada, but then they got taken away because of the tariffs.
I've seen the Buzzballs online, but I haven't seen them in person. I still have to try the what the fuck is it called? The fucking mafia thing that you're talking about. The little flask, bro. The what the fuck is it called? It was like moonshiners or some shit.
Oh, the bootleggers.
Bootleggers.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Just straight fruit punch, bro.
Yeah. A Monday Night Raw. The reason I didn't remember a lot of it is because I had 2 of the fucking what was it? Whiskey sours, bro. Bro, I had to. Sorry, stream. That's for another time. I'll tell them off stream. John Laurinaitis dropped his as a defendant lawsuit with Vince McMahon because apparently he's a snitch. But hey, if he did something wrong, good for him. Snitch all you want. Get justice served. And let me see if there's any more news.
Vince tried to buy apparently WWE back.
Yeah,
he wants to buy it back, but the only thing he's buying is a hell in a cell. Because first he's gonna go to the cell, and then he goes to hell. So.
Yep. R.I.P. Damn, I want to know about these drinks, bro. Anyways, that's it for me. If you guys have anything, let me know.
Let me know. Oh, we should play that game again. I think that's it. not much else going on in wrestling. We'll be back, I guess, next week to see what the results are going to be with the whole John Cena Cody Rhodes thing. If they finally finalize all the Money in the Bank stuff, and hopefully that pay per view is gonna be a banger, and we'll see what happens with the call ups.
Yes, sir.
So then I guess that's it for both of us, or all of us.
I guess we're done.
I was gonna say both of us are gonna might be playing.
Yeah, but you guys want to play a game?
Oh, of
course. What is this? A soccer game?
Oh yeah, I meant a wrestling game before the soccer game.
Oh, of course.
I have a quiz for you guys.
Oh, quiz? Yeah, I'm not for quizzes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be the host because I don't know most of these.
Oh, you already know.
Okay, so it's a wrestling video game quiz.
Okay.
I seen it on the YouTube channel.
All right.
Well, I will let you know the game. I guess you have to see the cover though. We'll see if you guys can do it by yourselves. All right. I'm gonna let you know what game it is. You gotta tell me who the cover star was.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do that.
WWE 2K14.
It's The Rock.
That's there. Yes, so you're correct. That was The Rock. Yeah, it was.
Eric, you're right. That's 1 point.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right. WWF No Mercy on the Nintendo 64.
Oh my god.
More Derek style. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
It was The Rock.
Eric is right again.
Was it just The Rock?
Old, man.
I actually guessed.
The main cover star.
Okay.
You can guess the other two if you want.
I actually guessed. It was so funny. Also, moderator.
I don't remember. Maybe like Stone Cold and Triple H. I don't know.
It was Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think it looks like him. I can't really know.
Honestly, if you just throw The Rock on there for the majority of them, he's gonna be him.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be The Rock. Yeah.
Okay. Next one is. Oh, this one's easy. SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. Yeah.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock. Yo, he said Braun Breaker like it on Monday Night Raw. If you guys seen it. Okay, this one. Oh, I think I know this one. Hold on. Let me just check. I'm cheating. Yeah, I was right. Okay. You guys can list the main cover star and then the opposite two for extra points.
Wait.
It's
okay.
So.
I feel like I know which one it is.
You ready?
Okay.
The Raw 2 cover.
Oh shit! Oh, it was shit. Oh, I have the Raw 2 cover here.
Yeah, you know why Eric doesn't know? Because it's an Xbox exclusive.
It was Xbox exclusive. I believe the cover stars were. Oh, was it Goldberg?
You're right. That's the main cover star.
And then I think Triple H.
Yeah. Triple H is on there, and then there's one more.
Just one more.
I don't know if you're gonna get this one, to be honest.
Booker T?
Nah.
Shit.
Let me steal.
We've met him before.
Let me steal it. It was Oh, no, you kind of ruined it. We met him before.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wait, was it Scott Steiner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking Samoa Joe, bro. That doesn't make sense.
Oh my god, I missed Raw 2 so much. That game was so fun.
Ooh, I forgot about this one. I think Eric lined up for this game, if I remember correct. Actually, no, it was the one before this. WWE 2K20.
Yeah, so close.
Derek.
It was Roman Reigns and Becky Lynch.
That's correct. The man and the man.
Yeah, that game was trash.
I think Eric might know this one. WrestleMania XIX. Derek.
I remember most of it, but I don't think I remember the cover.
Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I just remember Kurt Angle on the cover. I don't remember who the other guys were.
Yeah, let me steal.
They're both bald. Yeah, go ahead.
They're both bald. Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
One more.
There's one more.
No, not Cade. Your prediction from the first cover comes true on this one.
First cover? The Rock?
Yeah, the first. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna name everyone from WrestleMania.
Okay, this one we should all know. You gotta be quick on the buzzer here. SVR 2008 featuring ECW.
That's Undertaker, John Cena, and Bobby.
Big Bob.
Big
Congratulations. I'm not keeping count, but this is fun. I should be a host all the time, you know? All right, next cover. Oh, God. I don't think either of you guys are going to get this shit, bro. What the fuck? Okay, it's WWF Betrayal for the Game Boy Color.
Oh, God. I don't even know.
The Rock.
Yes.
Dude, he's been on every cover, bro.
He's on all of them, bro.
All right.
There's one person on this cover you're not going to get, but technically they're not the cover stars.
Ken Shamrock.
There's one more person. What?
Ken Shamrock.
No. He has hair.
He has hair, okay. Shit.
Derek, you can steal at any time.
Was it The Godfather, bro? It's gonna be so random. Oh, Derek.
What did you say?
Edge?
No. WWE. Sorry, this is like some 9.
I think Derek was like 20 when this came out, no?
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I'll just give it to you. It's Triple H, The Rock, and then Stephanie like yelling behind them. And then I think an outline of Vince McMahon behind them. I don't know who plays. Anyways, this one, again, you got to be quick on the buzzer. But actually, you might not get the background ones because I forget. You ready? Mm-hmm. It's WWE Day of Reckoning 2. Derek.
Stacy Keibler.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
That's a good call.
Oh my goodness. I think Randy Orton.
No.
Or was that? No, that was on the first cover. That was the first cover.
Day of Reckoning. Is Batista?
Oh my goodness.
No.
Triple H.
I'm pretty sure it's Triple H. Yes. And there's one more.
Was it Tori Wilson?
Nah. One woman, 2 men.
Maybe I just kept thinking, okay, 2 men. Then it was Goldberg?
Nope.
John Cena?
Yes.
John Cena?
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to think around that time.
I can't tell if that's Stone Cold, but I'm pretty sure that's Triple H's nose. So I'm going to go Triple H and John Cena. Banger game. Always rented it.
Great game. I had it. I owned it. I played both number 1 and 2.
Back to another great game. WWE 2K18. Derek.
Shit, I don't remember.
Seth Rollins.
That's correct.
Oh, that's the other one.
No, I think that was 19.
That's 19, yeah.
19 is the one with AJ, yeah.
Ooh, I know this one. I know that. All right. Get ready on the buzzer, boys. That's SVR 2009 featuring ECW. I don't know who
it's
buzzed.
Triple H and Shawn Michaels, of course.
That's correct. Suck it. That was it. Congratulations, you guys played a game.
Derek, do you remember SmackDown vs. Raw? Maybe we'll ask Matt because I already have this memorized. Do you guys remember SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 cover? There's 5 people on there.
Oh, yeah. So Triple H was in the middle. I think Rey Mysterio was on the top corner.
Oh, good.
Undertaker must be on there, right? Or am I wrong?
No.
Oh my god.
2007, you said?
2007.
Yeah, 2007.
That was the one that I owned, and you chucked me off the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, that game was great. Oh my god.
Oh, wow, bro. Yeah, sorry. I know this cover because I've seen it. It's just all I think about is Triple H, bro.
Yeah, I just remember Triple H like doing like the game taunt like in the middle.
So it was.
That's why I thought you guys were gonna have
Rey Mysterio, Tori Wilson.
Yep.
It was Batista, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like the SmackDown side and the Raw side, and the Raw side had John Cena.
That's correct. So smart. Oh my god.
It's a great game. It's a good time.
Evolution is a mystery. Yeah, but who's on 2006?
It was John Cena and Batista.
Yes.
That's correct.
That was
who was on the first SmackDown versus Raw?
It was Vincent
Kennedy.
Cancelled.
McMahon.
Canceled.
What was it called? I swear it was just called SmackDown versus Raw.
SmackDown versus Raw, that's it.
So why the fuck is it not? Why is it showing me the official laboratory? The Range Rover. No.
Range
game,
Rover,
bro. Yes, and he had one red eye and one blue eye.
One black and one wheat.
Oh my god! One day.
Is it time, Eric?
A rematch?
Rematch.
Of course. But we have to say goodbye to the podcast because I'm going to edit so I can post that portion to YouTube. And then I guess, yeah, I mean, these guys wanted to see the stream, so we could stream it.
Of course.
I just don't know how this is gonna go or how we're gonna set it up. I don't know if we want to do that before we start the stream again, or we stop the stream and start the next one.
No. Well, everyone come back in 5 minutes. Get a snack. Go take a tinkle.
And we'll be back.
Be here.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll look out for the link.
For everyone else here who was watching the podcast or the replay on YouTube, appreciate everyone stopping by. We'll be back next week for some more wrestling talk, some more updates, and hopefully some more games. We'll be setting up more wrestling things along the way before we eventually build our fantasy team when wrestling gets a whole lot more fun when they shake things up.
Facts.
Till then,
I miss it kind of.
Eric of EMFC.
I'm Matt from USC, and I never give up.
And this is Derek from DMFC, and we out of here.
See you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
And everyone here on Twitch, we'll be back in like a few minutes. Peace.